welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here with me on this 4th of May. And we all have heard the Star Wars themed things. May the 4th be with you. So there, I said it. I've cleared the air. I got it out there. So how are you doing? We are on the verge of a lunar eclipse, and I'm feeling it. I see other people around me feeling it. So hopefully you are doing well out there. Our lunar eclipse is tomorrow. And, when we had the solar eclipse, my husband and I actually watched it on TV. That's the great thing about the internet and all of the capabilities that we have right now, because we were actually able to watch the eclipse. I believe it was over in Australia that they were at, streaming it from. And it was absolutely fabulous and mesmerizing. Lunar eclipses, not so much. They don't have quite the spark that the solar eclipse does. It brings that point of darkness when all the shadows cross across the moon, and you have that momentarily point of darkness. And back in the early days, people thought that the moon disappearing was a very ominous and bad thing. And it really has great gravitational pull. The lunar eclipse is all about the femininity and the rebirth. And it's very emotional and a lot of water with it. And so you find yourself feeling very emotional. You might find things coming up from the past that maybe you thought you had kind of tucked away very neatly. And now here they are rearing their head for you to look at, for you to be able to release and to let that piece of you go so that you can continue on your soul's path. So this feminine energy is, asking you to look deep within the waters of your soul and, dig deep, working through those. So it's this point of rebirth, restart, regrowth, whatever you would like to call it. But it is a springboard, a jumping off point, so to speak, for us to jumpstart and, restart what we were needing to look at during this time. And, emotions can run very high. And I saw a lot of people today very stressed out. It was all within, the people driving through town. We've had major lightning and thunderstorms, which I haven't seen these kind of thunder and lightning storms since I was very, very young. The ones that just keep going and going and rolling and rolling. So it was a really interesting evening and actually into the morning as well, which is very unusual for us to have those in the morning. So it's really interesting what the lunar eclipse is bringing forth for us. And so, during this time, make sure that you're getting sleep and you're well hydrated and you're eating good and you're getting out and doing some form of exercise, even if it's just a short walk around the block, to help give your body what it needs. Take this time to listen to your body, to what it really needs. And if it needs more sleep, then take more sleep. If it needs to go for a jog around the block, then do that. Whatever it is that you need to do to nurture yourself and give yourself a little bit more self-love during this time, which again is all about the feminine energy, right? The self-love and the gratitude. Do what it is that you need to do to get through this time. I find that, a few days before the eclipse, and even a few days after, I'm still feeling the effects of it. They're usually very intense gravitational pulls. And so just take this time over the next few days. And if you're feeling a little out of sorts, that's okay. Go deep within and see if you can find what it is that you are needing to release and whatever it is that is coming up for you, because this is a magnificent time for like a rebirth and to get you back on your path. So whatever it takes to get you there, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others as well. The poor man who was, pumping my gas today. Yes, here in Oregon, we have people still pumping gas for us. We don't do it on our own, and he was really feeling the effects of the eclipse. He was very grumpy, and I just wanted to reach out and give him a big hug because I could feel it. I could feel the energy that was coming off of him, and was just wishing him well and wishing him gratitude for the rest of his day so that he could get through that. So remember, you never know what somebody else is going through. So with that, just make sure that you're always your kindest, you're always putting your best foot forward, and especially during the eclipse season that we're having now. All right. We are going to head to the phone lines right now. We have Amanda in Lake City, Florida. Good evening, Amanda, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hey.
Hi. What can I do for you
How
this
are
evening?
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Oh, doing
I was
good.
just want. I was great. I'm just. I would like to have a general reading, if possible.
Okay. Perfect. I can do that. Um, Let me tune in to your angels and guides and see what they have to say. And there's just going to be a little moment of silence while I do that, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Amanda. So what I was feeling is I actually during that entire moment I was just taking these really deep breaths. It was like this this immense sigh of relief, right? This feeling of wow, I can breathe again, um, is coming through for you very, very strongly. And it's almost like I was asking, well, which part of her life? And I was getting all of it, all of it. Um, this big sigh of relief, this feeling of you've gone past the threshold, so to speak, and the things that have been weighting you down, have been wearing on you. It's like you're finally seeing the light. You're the light at the end of the tunnel, they're saying. And so it feels like you're in this period of immense lightness, or you are falling into this time of lightness where everything just feels light and airy, and um, you have a different spring in your step, I guess is what they're showing me. um, they're bringing through this message that I just want to get up and dance. um, so it's a matter of that point in your life where you're like, okay, I feel like I can move and breathe and I can get things done and look forward to what the next step is. And that's really where you are. You're looking into what the next step is in your life, that can catapult you forward into other things, into, you know, the achievements and the greatness of all things possible. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, that kind of sounds right.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually fixing to start like working out and stuff at the gym, so that's what I'm wanting to do, and I don't know.
It's what they're showing me is right now it is a great time for you to start those, start those tasks, start those
Mhm.
things that you've been kind of putting off or holding off or saying, well, it doesn't feel like it's the right time to do this. They're saying right now is the perfect time for you to do all those things that you've been kind of holding on to, uh, the creativity even, right? It's like you've kind of stuck everything in your pockets, so to speak, and just kind of holding them there and waiting for the right opportunity. And so that opportunity is now.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's great.
they're saying this is the opportunity right now for you to focus on you. Um, and you might find that feeling very selfish, but it really isn't, because you've done so much focusing on other people that right now it's opening up and giving you that opportunity to give back to you, to be able to fill your own cup, so to speak.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, makes sense.
and an exercise program is actually probably one of the perfect ways to give back to yourself, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. You have to find something that lights your soul, right? That lights you up.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
there's lots of different exercise modalities out there. And so it's about picking the one that feels right to you, because otherwise it's just going to feel like drudgery, and it's not going to give you that that feeling, that self-love and gratification back to you.
Yes, I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. Do you see if I'm gonna be like in a relationship or anything in the near like couple years or so?
What I'm being shown is that this is a time for spiritual and personal growth for you. And as you are
Oh,
going through this piece, um, it's going to lend itself to opening up your heart space, opening up your space and availability, because up until now, you haven't had that availability. You haven't been in that heart space. And so this next little bit is really about, again, it's about focusing on you and looking at what it is that lights you up.
okay.
And then once you find that
Makes
space within you, then you're more open to attracting somebody into your life.
okay. Okay. Sounds great.
They want you to
Thank you
recognize
so
that they're
much.
pointing this out to me. Yeah, they're pointing out to me that you really have been working on you. And so this is just a continuation of doing that. And so they want you to recognize that and give yourself a little pat on the back for that.
Okay.
I hear that little chuckle in your voice.
When you say spiritual growth, what do you really mean about that? Like, I hear that all the time from people, spiritual growth.
It's for you, it's about opening up to new thought processes, new ideas, new ways of looking at things, right? You don't have to be a religious person to be a spiritual person, to be able to look through the world through a different lens and know that there is something greater than than us humans, right? Believing in a higher power and whatever you want to call that, right? Whether it is a universal law, whether it is creator, God, whatever that looks like for you, but understanding that there is a higher power that's governing us all and being open to that and curious to that more than anything, and looking into what that is. And so what they're showing me is this curiosity is opening up for you. It's starting to break through and you're starting to question, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that would feel like or be like, right? And so that's what I mean by spiritual growth.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're just beginning your journey, they say. And as you dive into it a little bit, each little bit, little baby steps, doesn't have to be big ones, but as you open your mind to different ways of thinking, you're going to get more and more curious. And so as you dive deeper into things, it's going to open up your heart and your mind into other things that you never thought possible.
Wow, that'll be great. That's interesting.
It's always a fantastic journey.
Sounds like it. Well, I appreciate everything that you've told me, and I look forward to this happening.
Yes, a very exciting journey indeed. Just be, give yourself some self-love.
That's what I'm trying to do now. So.
It's important.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is.
Are there any other questions that I can answer for you this evening?
No, ma'am, I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much, too.
Have a great evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Next, we have Christina in Davenport, Iowa. Good evening, Christina, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. How can I help you this evening?
I don't know. I guess I've lost, I don't know, February seemed to be a really bad month for me. I don't know if I'm just attracted by luck or I lost my biological father in 2019, February 12th, 2019. My birthday's the 8th of February. The following year, I was attacked by a guy with a hatchet. He was my boyfriend at the time. And this year, I lost my stepfather on the 23rd of February. I'm just wondering what it is. Was February that's just so awful for me, I guess.
Those have been some hard months. I'm so sorry. Christina, let me tune in to see what your angels and guides have to say. And there's going to be a little moment of silence as I do that, and I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Christina, they keep
Yeah.
bringing up the number 2. Is there a symbolic?
February.
Right,
It was a terrible
February.
month for me. My stepfather just passed away too in February. Oh.
Yeah. So beyond February, beyond the date, is there a significance to the number 2 to you?
2?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
What they're showing me is that there's something to do with the 2 and a pattern of 2, like 2 things happening at a time, the pattern of 2. They keep bringing up the number 2.
Oh.
And so one of the things that what they're showing me right now is that this it's like they're showing me like it's a cycle, this cylindrical shape. And they're saying that it's not anything that you are doing. It's like you feel like there is some type of like a curse or a bad omen. Yeah, you do. And they're saying that that's not it. There's no there's nothing about a curse energy or an omen around any of this. And so to be able to take a step back and take a breath and say, okay, there's nothing about that for this to be happening. There is this they keep showing me like this circle, right? And like the circle of life, and that there are things that are going on within your life, but they aren't, what they're showing me is they're not tied together with with a particular month, even though that is what is being shown, right? That's what you're feeling. That is what is happening in your reality. But what they're saying is that there's not a connection there. So don't feel like that there is something bad in February. Like February is a bad month. They're showing me for you, February is a very intense month for obvious reasons that you've just stated. But there's that intensity of the month that it's like it's bringing this fire in. And it's almost, what they're showing me is like a fire, like it's like burning through, it's starting over, right? It's starting over so that you can plant the seed to begin again, right? It's letting go. And letting go is not always the easiest thing for us to do, especially as humans, especially when there is a loss of a loved one or an injury or something of that nature, right? But what they're showing me is that there is this burning energy that burns through so that you can start again, almost like a rebirth. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on, I want to see what else that they're showing me. Just a moment.
Is my dad and my pops okay? I mean, are they good?
They are together. And they're laughing and having a great time. They are laughing and having the best time ever.
They could stand each other.
Yeah. I mean, they what they're showing me is they're 2 peas in a pod. And they are they are doing fine. They don't want you to worry. They're quite chipper, they say. So they are absolutely doing fine on the other side.
My pops, he was kind of unexpected. He got throat cancer, and they thought it was gone, and it wasn't. And so we brought him home. He died in a few days.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's been really hard. I mean,
I can imagine.
He passed away the 23rd. My mom wasn't taking it real easy either, but I guess I was really worried about whether he transitioned or not, because I asked him if he was safe, and he said no, but I tried to the best that I could help him,
He knows. He knows. And he says you need to, you need to be kind to yourself. You did everything. You did the very best that you could, and they want you to know that. And they want to say thank you. Thank you for helping them during that time. Okay. But they of course, they don't want us to be sad. They don't want us to hurt, and they want to be able to take that pain away. And so they just want you to know that they're giving you so much love on the other side and saying that it's going to be okay.
Okay.
Christina, we're coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I do have to say good night. I hope this has been helpful for you.
Yes, thank you.
Do take good care of yourself. It's so important right now.
Okay. Yeah, my health is kind of concerning me.
Yes, do take care of you. Well, thank you, Christina, for calling in, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in this evening. That does it for me. If you would like to reach out to me and have a one-on-one session with me, do so on my website at wingsofsoulswithjulie.com and my Facebook pages, Julie YeagerWalker Medium and Your Time to Shine. Best of times through this lunar eclipse, and we will see you next week.